everybody, happy Tuesday. So today, with Tuesday around the corner, we are today's Tuesday. Today we're talking about invasive plants. And with invasive plants, you have to have a little bit more goods, right? Who here knows what invasive is? It's plants that take over your yard or the woods or any type of sort of thing. Like I can see right here, that's prickly ash because it has that leaned setup, that curve to it. So invasive plants can be prickly ash. Prickly ash is one of the big ones. So prickly ash, buckthorn, reed canary grass, so there are different type of plants that are invasive. And there's handsome sedge. Handsome sedge. Handsome sedge is a very unique plant. Is a very unique look to it. Because the handsome sedge, if you find any of those, you can take a little baggie, like, let me see if I have one up here, like this. Here, let's just use this as an example. So you guys can use a little baggie, and you can actually tie this onto a tree, onto the seeds, and collect the seeds. Because handsome sedge is a very unique, plant, is what I learned. And when you guys see the handsome sedge, it's very unique. If you look it up, handsome sedge, like handsome, like you look handsome there. That's what handsome sedge is. It's pretty much just a normal, gradual type of plant that you would see. We're gonna do autumn olive. Autumn olive is another. If it wasn't so hot, I would take you out to show you guys what the prickly ash and buckthorn look like outside. And usually, prickly ash and buckthorn have the same flower, which is like kind of like a star. Look, so it's a 5-point star. That's the saying it's invasive, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't look like a big flower. It's really not. It's really tiny. So you have to monitor that. What else do you think we should talk about, you guys? What else is invasive? Hey Siri, can you tell me some invasive plants?
Here's an answer from Wikipedia and Brazos.org.
Knotweed, yellow iris. Yellow iris is invasive. So if you're like, what's yellow iris? Well, yellow iris is a very, I guess blue iris is not as invasive as yellow iris is. because yellow iris can definitely take over the whole yard. So those are invasive plants that you would see. So prickly ash, buckthorn, reed canary grass, handsome sedge, autumn olive, and yellow iris. Those are your main top plants that you would see, mainly to prevent, you should always remove handsome sedge from something, because handsome sedge is a unique plant. Buckthorn is just invasively interesting. So all sorts of other things that you really think, oh my gosh, that's so unique. Yes, it is. Prickly ash, buckthorn, reed canary grass, handsome sedge, autumn olive, yellow iris. There are so many plants out there. So let's pick this up again on. Oh no, we're good. But now we're going to talk a little bit more about invasive plants, kind of what to look for. Goutweed. Has anybody heard about goutweed? G-O-U-T weed. Goutweed is also known as snow on the mountain. So goutweed is also known as snow on the mountain. It's very unique type of plant, but it's really helpful for anybody, to be honest. So prickly ash, buckthorn, reed canary grass, handsome sedge, autumn olive, yellow iris, goutweed, all have a common of invasive plants. So really knowing that each plant can be invasive, isn't invasive, stuff like that really have a purpose. Because really you don't know. You really don't know. You really don't know yourself. So goutweed, very important. Yellow iris, very important invasive plant. Poison ivy. Poison ivy can be invasive. It pretty much does take over, as you know. So poison ivy can be invasive because it actually kind of does spread in the yard, as we could tell in the Legacy garden, that it was pretty much all over the place. So it could be pretty crazy. So what else is there that we have learned about? Garlic mustard. Garlic mustard is another big invasive plant, is garlic mustard. But I'm gonna pause it right here for a minute, and I'll be right back. Well, I'm back, everybody. Got my coffee. It's actually pretty good. So, another thing, I'm gonna take this off. So if you were to track, so say you were at camp at, I always would like to track what's going on with the plants, you know? So I always make sure when you see prickly ash, buckthorn, juniper. Juniper, I think is, let me see. Is juniper invasive plant?
Here's an answer from Cambridge.org.
Let's see. I can see it on my watch here. Hang on. It's loaded. So learning about different invasive plants. It is. It is invasive. So juniper is invasive, I just read about, which is pretty cool. So I just noticed something new, that juniper is actually invasive. Did you know that? Wow. Something new I learned just now, you guys. I never knew that juniper was actually an invasive plant. So what we're going to do next is, as I told you, juniper is, so learning more about invasive plants definitely does take time to learn. So if you were to be like out in the middle of nowhere, in the woods, there are different things out there that you can definitely be caused by. So always make sure when you see an invasive plant, you treat it right away. Or flag it. You can put a flag on it, which means like you would put like a, so that means you could put like what do you call them? Like a little survey type one that you would see on like after somebody fertilizes your yard. So that's always a way to realize that that some plants actually do that. Okay? So learning about invasives, is the main topic right now. But I'm going to switch over to Wednesday. So I hope you all have a wonderful, fantastic day. And go Brewers. Go Brewers.
With Austin Chan.